trousers. Plaid trousers are the original peacocks of the fairway. Once the mark of serious players in the 70s, think Tom Watson and Jack Nicklaus in their boldest patterns, now they're mostly worn ironically or by people who still think disco is making a comeback. The bolder the color, the louder the claim that this game is about personality. They've seen more Ryder Cups than most golfers have seen birdies, and they don't care that you think they look ridiculous. These pants have survived polyester, polyester blends, and whatever polyester's cousin is. When you wear plaid trousers, you're not playing golf, you're making a statement. Unfortunately, the statement is often, I have no idea where my ball went. Neon polos. Neon polos are for golfers who want to be spotted from space. A big hit in the late 2000s thanks to Ricky Fowler's head-to-toe orange Sundays, they're for players who believe subtlety is for bogey golfers. From highlighter yellow to burn your retinas pink, the neon polo is a confidence move that can either intimidate opponents or blind them entirely. It screams, I'm here, I'm bold, and I will three-putt with style. Paired with white pants, it's a bold fashion choice. Paired with a shank into the water, it's performance art. Bucket hats. Bucket hats are for golfers who read too much about protecting your skin and not enough about protecting your dignity. Originally a 90s streetwear staple, bucket hats found their way into golf in the 2000s, with Kirk Triplett and Joel Damon giving them legitimacy. They're functional, sure, keeping the sun off your face, ears, and occasionally your pride. But they also give off strong, retired angler energy. You can't take a bucket hat golfer too seriously. They're either going to hole a ridiculous flop shot or spend the afternoon looking like they're waiting for a fish to bite. All-white outfit. The all-white outfit is a dangerous game. Greg Norman made it iconic in the 80s and 90s, and even Tiger has gone for it in the occasional Sunday round. On the one hand, it's sleek, crisp, and gives off major I belong on tour vibes. On the other hand, it's one slip in a bunker or one muddy divot away from disaster. Wearing all white says, I'm confident, I'm in control, and I have Tide Pods at home. Golfers who wear this usually have spotless clubs, spotless shoes, and ironically, no idea how to play in the rain. Old school sweaters. Old school sweaters are the gentleman's armor. They whisper of a time when golf was walking only, caddies wore caps, and smoking a pipe mid-round was just part of the game. Worn proudly by legends like Arnold Palmer and Seve Ballesteros, they were often patterned, sometimes itchy, and always paired with a collared shirt underneath. They make the wearer look like they've read every book in the clubhouse library. They're classy. They're timeless. They're also unbearably hot in July, but tradition comes first. Visors. Visors are the mullets of headwear. Business up top, party on the forehead. Annika Sorenstam, Fred Couples, and Michelle Wee have all rocked the visor with pride. They keep the sun out of your eyes but leave your scalp exposed, creating tan lines so sharp they could be measured with a protractor. Popular among LPGA legends, visor wearers are often deadly putters and aggressive chatters. They give the impression you're here for a serious round, or to run a charity car wash after. Loudmouth Pants. Brought to global attention by John Daly in the 2000s, Loudmouth Pants are less clothing and more statement art. Covered in tropical flowers, psychedelic swirls, or patterns that look like a paint store exploded, they were a rebellion against golf's often stuffy dress code. Daly wore them like a badge of honor, sometimes paired with a mullet and a cigarette. And the brand's patterns became a cult hit among weekend warriors looking to channel that same carefree chaos. Wearers typically play fearless golf, or terrible golf. But either way, everyone remembers the outfit, even if they forget the score. Flat caps. A nod to golf's earliest days, flat caps have been worn by icons like old Tom Morris and Harry Vardon, and more recently by Bryson DeChambeau. They carry a whiff of history harking back to Linksland golf in the wind and rain, with hickory shafts and gutta percha balls. Modern flat cap wearers lean into that vintage swagger, often pairing them with vests or plus fours, even if their swing is straight out of YouTube tutorials. Whether on the old course or the local muni, the flat cap says, I take tradition seriously, but not necessarily my handicap. Mock necks. Tiger Woods made the mock neck iconic in the early 2000s, turning it into a Sunday red staple during his most dominant years. The sleek, fitted, slightly futuristic look felt like the next evolution of golf attire. Clean lines, no flapping collars, and a dash of intimidation. It's for golfers who want a modern edge without abandoning tradition, often paired with black trousers for maximum drama. Bonus feature, perfect for hiding a less than toned neck or avoiding awkward tan lines in trophy photos. Rain suits. Not exactly high fashion, but unforgettable in their own way. From Seve Ballesteros braving the elements at the Open in the 80s to modern players wrapped in head-to-toe Gore-Tex during Pebble Beach squalls, rain suits are a badge of grit. They say, I will play through anything, even if that means looking like a crinkly windbreaker salesman. Sure, they keep you dry, but they also squeak loudly enough to be heard from 2 fairways over. And the full zip look is one gust of wind away from becoming a kite.